Well, it's the end of June and we all made it. And I have to admit, there were times when I wasn't sure we would. This has been quite a year. The kind of year we will tell our grandkids about or reminisce about with friends when we were old. You know what I mean. I remember the year of the pandemic. We taught in poorly ventilated schools with nothing but a couple of masks and some hand sanitizer. I'm hoping this will become our version of walking through deep snow uphill both ways to school that we hear from our own parents or grandparents. That is my hope. That someday we'll be able to look back at this year with a sense of pride at a job well done. There are many things that I don't want to remember about this year. I don't want to remember the fight we were having about our pensions. I don't want to remember the incredibly flawed curriculum. I don't want to remember the despair and anger teachers feel towards a government that so undervalues their professionalism. But there are things I do want to remember. I want to remember my fellow teachers standing up for themselves and saying no to teaching a curriculum that undermines their professional judgment. I want to remember the tens of thousands of teachers who sent emails and letters to MLAs all over Alberta demanding they return control of our pension back to ATRF. I want to remember teachers wearing red on Fridays to show support for education and for teachers. I want to remember teachers who flipped their classrooms from in-person to online to back again, not once, but several times in 1 year. I want to remember school leaders phoning countless families, doing contact tracing, because somebody had to. I want to remember thousands of teachers learning and honing their craft through webinars, Zoom and Google Meets, or whatever technologies are out there. We've learned to value connections. And we know that teaching is about relationships. But it's not just the relationships with students. It's the camaraderie of the staff room. It's teachers working together to plan school events and field trips. It's the celebrations of learning, graduations, and show and tell. It's all those many things about school life that we used to take for granted. I hope that when we look back on this year, we just don't think of the pandemic. I hope when we look back at this year, we marvel at how we were able through thick and thin to remain connected. Connected to our students, our colleagues, our friends, and our families. As COVID seems to be releasing its grip, just a little, and as restrictions slowly begin to ease, my hope for you is that you find joy this summer. Joy in seeing your friends and family in person. Joy in being able to go to a movie or out for dinner, or just to sit and watch the world go by. Thank you for all that you've done, for all that you will continue to do. Now go and rest and remember to find your joy. Stay safe and remember, everyone still needs to wash their hands.